Hey, what's going on, nobody? It's Crazy Neon, and this is Uplink. Some people may have heard of it, some people may have not, but ultimately it is just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna start playing and explain it on the way. New user. So basically, Uplink is a kind of Hollywood-style hacking simulator, which is, there's a few games like that. There's Hacknet. There's a first one for the Commodore 64, I think it was, System 15,000. So here we're actually signing up to be a Uplink agent, which is basically just a hacker for hire. You're paid to hack corporations by other corporations, kind of like Shadowrun, but you do it completely from cyberspace. Register as an agent, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, every month, this is just saying that they're going to give you 3,000 credits to start up with, and every month they'll, no, they don't say that yet. They say that later. Enter your name. What do I want my awesome hacker name to be? Well, I have no fucking idea. Nethead. Let's just do that. I would do Crazy Neon, but that's obvious. Password. Fuck you. Boom. Done. And this is just determine where your gateway is gonna be. I think I'm just gonna pick New York. Mostly because that's where Hackers takes place. Anyway, yeah, they'll charge you 300 credits a month. This is actually one of my favorite games of all time, despite its simplicity. I found out about it the summer, I think, before I started freshman year in high school. So, like, 4 or 5 years ago, about. And, this is one of those games that I actually originally pirated. I'm playing the Steam version right now, so I've since rectified that mistake. Not mistake. No, I'm not going to run the tutorial. I know how to play. Alright. But yeah, I originally pirated this just because, like, I had heard about it. I got obsessed with the idea of hacking after watching war games in middle school. So I really wanted to be a hacker. Problem is, programming is boring as fuck to me. Password breaker. I forget. Are there? Yeah. Purchase. This is where you just purchase all your wares. And purchase. And log deleter. Fuck. Purchase. So, we're set up for everything. Let's put trace tracker on. Up here you got CPU, so it's pretty cool. It's like an RPG in that you have to buy equipment, you gotta make money, buy better equipment, take missions, buy hardware, buy gateway stuff, and upgrade your computer, all that jazz. So yeah, let's go to the, I don't know why they call it internic. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so, programming I found to be really fucking boring, so the whole I want to be a hacker thing died out for the most part, because I'm not willing to put in the work to do that. That's, oh, fuck, what did I just do? Oh, I just connected to the internet. Actually, first I'm going to show you guys this. I always love this thing. Protovision game server. Protovision from, War Games. I've never used the password breaker on this. I don't know if it actually works. I don't think it does, but yeah, just type Joshua like in the War Games movie. Getting warm. Introversion Software, they're the company that made this. This is the first game. This is just a bunch of different games from the movie. You just click here and nuclear annihilation. Yeah, so I'm basically just that done, you go back. No, not that. Fuck. Get off. You go to Uplink internal services. You click here. You go in. New server. Boom. Government-run nuclear defense system compromised. Pretty easy. Just the password was a name. Don't act like it was a big fucking thing. But yeah. Just nice reference. There's a couple of nice references in here. Anyway, back to what I was talking about originally. I keep getting off topic. So, yeah. I became obsessed with the idea of hacking, but it turns out video games are a lot better at being a hacker than being an actual hacker is, or, like, it's easier, if that makes sense. Alright. Node, oh, I haven't loaded anything. Alright, where's the internet? Usually what everyone tells me, or what I hear all the time, is the best thing to do is, this is basically like in sneakers, you bounce your connection all around the world to delay being traced. But I hear all the time that the best thing to do is, oh, there it is, you want your first connection to be the internet thing. But yeah, I discovered war games, I got obsessed with the idea of hacking, and I looked up a bunch of hacking games online. The first one I ever played was Hacker for the I think was there an MS-DOS version? I played it in DOSBox, so it might have been like Commodore 64, but I was able to run it in DOSBox, I don't know. But yeah, and that was interesting, but not really too much about hacking. Start the test. I'm not really going to use my breaker. Rosebud. There we go. Access file server. File copier. Let's speed this up a little bit. Put that there. View logs. Security, log deleter. Speed this shit up. Now, let's see if I can actually remember this. One of the missions you get later in the game, once you're high enough rank, is you can destroy computer systems, which is done by... Fuck. Delete? Yes. This is like one of the few times the keyboard actually does anything. Shit, isn't it? I thought it was system. Oh, it was. And what did I do wrong? I don't fucking know. Oh, put a space. Delete. So this is just kind of like being an asshole, basically, to uplink the people that hired you. Because Uplink is probably like, yeah, let's look for some more hackers to hire, and then you delete their fucking tutorial server. I always like that. Delete. And I think it was restart? Reboot? Fuck. Help me out here. Shutdown, that's what it was. And there's no repercussions for this at all. What is it called? Uplink doesn't call you and is like, you did this, so we're gonna fire you. So there's none of that. Anyway, yeah, I just got my first piece of data. What is it? Yeah, it's this one. Reply, file, attach uplink test data, send it in. And mission complete. I am now an uplink agent. My rating is now beginner. Let's get the fuck rid of this thing. Now, anyway, yeah, but anyway, the summer before I started high school, I discovered this game. I forget how, but it was actually one of the... a lot of people consider this cyberpunk. I kind of do, because, you know, you're going against corporations, you're being hired by corporations, and there's actually a conspiracy-laden plot, kind of. So, anyway, I discovered this game, and it was one of the first 3 instances, pieces of media that I discovered that was cyberpunk. The other 2 being the original System Shock, the one from the 94, I believe, and not the Neuromancer novel, but the Neuromancer video game for MS-DOS, which I also played in DOSBox. So, yeah, it was these 3 things that kind of cemented my love for the cyberpunk genre. And then in sophomore year of high school, I finally got around to reading Neuromancer book, and the rest is history. Mission list. Alright, I usually do the delete and sabotage missions later because... fuck you. Okay, agreed. Because while you're doing this, there are other, like, NPC hackers. You never run into them, but, like, they exist. They're also doing missions, I believe. And they can delete, they can delete files that you want to, obtain. Alright, that's enough missions for now. Like, you'll end up hacking into a corporation and be like, okay, I need to get this, only to it turns out some hacker deleted the shit you needed. Fun! That used to happen to me occasionally. There's 2 instances of that, actually. That happened occasionally. Then there are times, like, I'll take a delete server mission first, or delete file mission first. I'll do that, and then it turns out I needed to copy that for a later mission, therefore cock-blocking me, basically. Cracker's password breaker. Speed the shit up. But yeah, that's how I discovered Uplink. It's the first game by Introversion Software, which I have all their games, actually, except, like, their newest one. I forget the name of it, but it's like a cave exploration game. But I've played this a lot. I've never beaten this game because I usually get caught and get a game over. Yeah. Copy. File copier. Looking for 71916. There we go. I've played Darwinia, which I enjoyed the music, I enjoyed the aesthetic, but I'm not much of a strategy game guy. View records, no. Let's view links and get this shit. Admin, view logs, delete everything. I completely forgot what I was talking about. No matter, I talk a lot. Disconnect. Reply, attach. Huzzah! There we go. Now I got money. So yeah, what was I talking about? I have no fucking idea. That's fine. File cop, password breaker. Oh yeah, I remember. The first game I actually played by Introversion wasn't this. It was DEF CON, which is like a war game style game, or at least a war room part where you're trying to... It's like a... It looks like an old computer terminal, kind of, and you're trying to... You're playing a game of World War III, basically. File copier. What is that? 8413? This game can actually, like, get you really fucking engage and really, not scare, but, say you're a decent amount of the way in, game in, like, you got good equipment, good software, all that shit, and you're hacking into a pretty high security and high profile corporation. But then, turns out, you don't have turns out they're tracking you faster than you normally would think, resulting in, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a piece of shit, sorry. It's not like anyone's gonna watch this. I might actually, the reason I'm playing this, actually, is, I really want to do a review on this game. Like, a review in the style that, like, Cat Icarus, Pro Jared, and all them, JonTron, a lot of those, normal boots and hidden block guys do. But, I know nothing about, video editing, except, the small bits that I learned in my Game and Sim class in junior year, when we were making, animations and all that shit. We were making them into, like, a small film. So, I want to try doing that. I really want to make, like, a review on this game. A couple of games, actually. But it's probably not going to happen, but I'm going to try at least. I'm going to write a script and all that shit. But also, I just really like this game. Go away. Actually, how do I do the thing? I don't know how to do the thing. That actually... I don't know. Brain farts. Alright, file copier. But yeah, the history of introversion software at this point, because this is their first game, it is pretty fascinating. Basically, they were, I'm getting most of this shit from Wikipedia, so, when I read about them. But they kind of consider themselves the last of the bedroom programmers. You know how, like, primarily in the 80s, when the PC revolution, the computer revolution or personal computer revolution was, like, taking off or something, there was a lot of people making games, but there weren't, like, companies. It was just, like, 1 or 2 people teams in their fucking bedrooms coding, or the basements or the garage, I don't know. And it's absolutely fascinating, because almost the entire game was made by... It was a team of 3 people. Almost the entire game was made by one of the members, while the other 2, basically, they ran back and forth, got ink cartridges. Their original printing of the game was completely done by hand, which, again, is absolutely fascinating to me. Just gotta do that. Load. But anyway, yeah, I really want to do a review of this game, and I'm kind of just, this is mostly, like, collecting game footage. So I can record. Or, not record, try to piece together some form of hodgepodge of, game footage. File server, file copier, what is it? 2953. Oh yeah, basically this game can get your heart really pumping later in the game when you're about to be traced and you don't have, like... One of the things you can buy in this game is a little bomb and a motion detector for your gateway. Because the whole thing in the game is that you're not actually hacking from your computer. Your PC is connected to a gateway computer somewhere else. And It's that thing that's doing all the hacking. Are these guys looking for a key or Jupiter? What? Ah, fuck. I didn't check. Okay, so yeah, one of the things in this game also is like some files are encrypted, and you gotta buy a certain level decryptor to decipher them. So fucking lazy asses. Can't you do it yourselves? I'm too busy for this shit. Alright, I've been recording for 20 minutes. Again, whether or not I actually put this up on YouTube depends on whether I'm lazy or going to do it, so... Oh, I can do this. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop recording here, but I'm gonna start recording again, and I don't fucking know, just try to put this up, because I love this game and I really want to play it and show people why it's so great, or show people the game I don't fucking know. I'm kind of just bored. So anyway, yeah, this is Uplink. I'm gonna try to do some more recording. Bye.